Hi there. It's Dave Berman and another Laughter Gym After Report. This one's kind of a maybe a little bit of a head scratcher, but it's because I would like to invite you into a conversation around this. So here's something that came up right near the end of our 15 minutes of laughter in the Laughter Gym. It was just a thought that popped into my head, and then we wound up talking about it after we had finished laughing. So think about an orchestra. Lots of people with musical instruments, and the music to some people is not enjoyable. They don't like that style of music, and to other people it's very pleasing and they like it a lot. And like wherever you are in your appreciation of that kind of music, it could be any kind of music really, you can tell the difference when all of the instruments are in tune, or if some or all of them are out of tune. There's a sense of how it's meant to sound and when it sounds right or wrong. And it could be the same if we were talking about, say, a choir with singing. People can sing on key or off key, and we might enjoy it more or less and find it more or less pleasing, or think that it sounds more right, or ooh, that sounds off. And I think this happens too when we're listening to people laugh. And so it makes me wonder, what is it about the sound of laughter that might make you find it less pleasing or more pleasing? In some cases, like pleasing doesn't even seem like the right spectrum. Some people's laughs we might find irritating or scary. Like in the conversation, somebody brought up the fact of certain laughter sounds are sort of just known from our culture and media to sort of indicate evil or madness, that there's certain kinds of sounds, not just laughter, like wah wah. that sound kind of implies something. So what is it that's going on that leads us to judge? That's what we're doing, right? We're forming judgment about sounds. And it's not right or wrong of us to judge, it's human of us to judge. And any particular sound is not necessarily going to be judged unanimously by all people. Or so I thought, but then somebody mentioned, well, babies' laughs are pretty much universally loved. Aha! So, is this a clue? We look to babies and children all the time to give us examples of what our true nature is like, what our birthrights really are, laughter being one of them. We see babies laughing before they can speak a language or understand what makes something funny. And so we experience this intentional laughter practice, and it helps us see what else is like that. Creativity, curiosity, playfulness, authenticity. I think this is a key thing. There's definitely a difference when you're laughing like ha 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 ha, and when you're laughing ha ha ha. Now you may or may not like the sound of my laugh, and that's your business. But there's definitely a difference in my experience of creating laughter. Authentically from the belly versus inauthentically ha 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 ha. So authenticity is one thing that occurs to me to be a contributing factor in how we judge sound that we hear. But I don't think that that's the whole story either. So I want to know in the comments below what you sense is contributing. And then overall, here's the real big thing. To recognize that whatever you're feeling, whether it's pleasure because you really love this sound, whether it's irritation because I gotta get away from it, whatever it is that you're feeling, if you think you're feeling it because of the sound, you've misunderstood something. The judgment is coming from thought. The feeling is coming from thought. You could not recognize what that feeling is if you weren't thinking about it, to call it pleasure or to call it irritation or whatever else. It's thought. It's thought that creates our experience 100%. So let me know what you make of that and what you sense are kind of the variables that lead you to think one way or another about sound that you hear. I look forward to your comments on this.